Made it back in, I think. Hold on, let me click buttons and make this the right size. There we go. That's more like it. Now, what was I doing? Leveling people up, I think, but let's first go claim some things. Level up hero 3 times. We get one small, or one stamina potion sample, and 2 lucky dash for that. Obtain a daily chest from Hyperion, and we get 10,000 gold and 2 lucky dash for that. So, got that done. Now back out, and let's check Oracle's Trial over here. That's for leveling up, starting up, promoting, etc. And we get 1 rare summoning crystal for that. So, not too shabby. Let's get out of there, and then go back to heroes. I had been looking at Morrigan, among others. Let's see. Regulus needs some of these guys. Let's see what we got here. If we go to raid, we can actually do some auto fight, make it background, and start that, but we'll need a little bit more stamina potions. So we'll do 2 stamina potions and start that fight in the background. And while that does that, why don't we go and do the treasure hunt celebration, because we've unlocked the ability to do so with getting more knobs. So we got 10 rare skill dust and 4,000 gold and another 4,000 gold for that. Then for some reason this is back showing us that we need to click on it. So we'll just click through these again to get that off. So I didn't quite finish this. I have 1 more to click here. And that's 20 stamina, so that's kind of cool, because I will be needing that momentarily. Let's go back out of here, and what is on? Okay, it's the zombie invasion. That's what's on the events tab. Man, I wonder about me sometimes, you know? Okay. Also, it occurs to me that I think we need to come and claim these. Not these. These are... As far as I know, these aren't something that needs to be reset. But the other guy is the trades guy. Trading hall guy. Alright, so of the things available here, what would I want right now? Feel like some of these shards could come in handy, right? So why don't we start with the ancient summoning shard here, because I like that, and it comes with both the ancient summoning shard and the legendary summoning shard, and we also will get a 4-star psychic power with it. This all seems like good stuff, so let's do that. Get some of that stuff. And then it knocks us down to a little less on all of the materials that we have available, but I think we can start on the legendary shards now. So we'll get that, giving us 1 legendary extract, 1 legendary summoning crystal shard, and 2 legendary skill crystal shards. Then we have over here 1 more legendary extract and 1 more legendary summoning crystal shard as well, plus 30 mithril. All seems good. We still have plenty left of everything, it looks like, so let's go ahead and get both of these other things. We have 1 legendary extract and 2 5-star psychic power shards, plus 30 mithril from that. And then we have 2 mythic extract shards, 30 legendary skill dust, and 1 4-star psychic power token from that. So now we've gotten all of these things. This refreshes in 4 hours and 3 minutes. So, all fine and well, all properly done and accounted for. Let's come over here and grab our stuff from the mine. So we got 2 mithril, 1,550 gold, 8 stamina, 1,900 XP potions, and 2 insignificant endurance 1s for that. We also completed some background tasks or background fight for 780 points, 630 XP potions, and then 10 of each of the insignia of endurance tokens. Alright, so with that, let's go back over here. And I think we can promote, you know what, let's make sure we can't, yeah, we don't have anything. I didn't think we did. I think I just checked that a little bit ago, but just in case, you know. Doesn't hurt to check. So 15 of 20 of those, 4 of 8 of those. Alright. Otherwise, who else might we need to do some promoting on? It would be good to do her, but no, I'm still in the same situation. Not having anywhere to do it. Oh no, hold on. I just did something silly, I think. Let's go back. Alright, so we could go ahead and promote her. Yeah, I think probably may as well, right? I think so. Let's promote her with these. And that's as high as we can promote her, but we should be able to at least get her a few more levels, or at least one more level, I suppose. Alright. And, well, we can do some of these cheap skill ups with the low amounts of dust. I don't have a lot of the purple dust, I never seem to, but I do have a little bit. So I may as well do the ones that only cost a little bit at least. And that'll help with the, what is it, Grave Conquest, something like that as well. We'll use this one. I don't even know what her skills are right now, but we can check in just a second. Alright, so she has her ultimate, which is Shield Wall. When activated, applies block increase, physical damage reduction, and magic damage reduction to all allies in the skill range, which is a whole square around her. Then she has Isolde periodically grants a shield equal to 33% of her max HP to herself and her adjacent allies in a horizontal line. So that's on either side of her to her side. The shield strength increases by 11% each time her block increases by 1. This shield lasts for 10 seconds. Alright, then she has her physical attack, which is her basic attack. For every 7 attacks, Slash is triggered, dealing AoE damage 1 time to all blocked enemies and regenerating 5 extra rage. So, need to get her attack speed up, obviously. Nice, good to know. Alright, so now, just for fun, let's see. We definitely need more mage stuff. Looks like we're kind of heavy on mages who are decent. A lot heavier on mages than on marksmen, actually. Interestingly enough. Let's see if we have anything we can actually do with her. I don't really think we can. I mean, even her skills are all maxed out. That's crazy. Could awaken her. We do have a couple of awakens. But, I don't know. It's, the purple awakens, so maybe that's the best idea. I'm not sure. There's a few people who are pretty decent, so I'm really not sure that it is the best idea. I would like to level up Greed. I could throw some stuff into him just for the moment, for, you know, just a tiny amount of levels, but I think I'd rather focus on leveling these guys up for the moment. Could definitely get some more of these and level them up. That won't really help with the faction quest. I wonder if she can do something with that, though. Let's, first of all... Actually, I should have done it from there. Okay, let's see. What Does she still need? No, I think I already checked on that. In that case, we'll go over to him and we'll start a raid to get him some stuff. So let's auto fight here, do a background fight, and then minimize, get out, and then hop over to the faction raid and see how that goes. I'm going the weird way because I always forget how to get there. Alright, now go in here and what do we have? I have forgotten. It doesn't take me long. Okay, I actually haven't tried it today. Got the fire fanatics and all that business going on. So let's see what our possible guys are. Ah, yes. This is the situation I find myself in where I don't remember what I've got here. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to get rid of her. Alright, let's just give it a go. Now, I'm definitely not going to be at the stage full hero killed. I don't think that's going to happen. I do have a lot of folks I can stick out, though, which is helpful. When two fire fanatics are next to each other, they sacrifice themselves to summon a powerful fire elemental. Make sure to destroy them before this happens. Now, who do we have that can actually do something about this? I mean, he can, right? He can hit some folks. Who else do we have who can actually do some damage from a distance? I tried using an eye, or AI rather, without success before. But let's, well, I would try it again, except I kind of can't, can I? No good. That was just terrible right there. We have light block. So, maybe I want to throw him out right here and try to get a little bit of healing going. He's not very high level yet. We shall see in a moment how that works. I don't know how far. Yeah, okay, she can hit a good raise, so that might be decent, except that we're also going to have something coming down there. So maybe if I just stick them like this, that would be a good option, perhaps. Trying to see who should I put out next. Could try Soul Day there. Also, thank you for the follow. It's not showing me who it was who followed me, but regardless, thanks anyway. Alright, I think I'm gonna put her out here, right there. And then see if we can put a 9 here. I don't have a second healer though. Now we're supposed to manage somehow to not die during this. That doesn't seem particularly likely. But maybe. Maybe the plan is we DPS him down on this side. It's a questionable plan. It's unlikely to work, but we'll try sticking them all out. It's already not going especially well. Failing on all counts at the moment. I can stick him here. I can pick her up so she doesn't die. And put down somebody, but who? Who do we have that's above level 2? Nobody. They're all gonna die. So, that's a shame. Freeze them for what that's worth. Do that. I can't hit anybody, I don't think. Ah, no good. No, it was a terrible setup, and I'll have to try again in a moment, but, ooh, that was bad. Let's see here. What happens when that one hits the soul portal? Does that counted it as 2? That's what I was afraid of. Ah, man, that went light lock too. It's a shame. Alright. Let's see if this guy can do any damage at all. I think I'm just gonna have to level them up in order to be able to do any good. That seems to be the state of it. Alright, let's quit this. And admit defeat. Alright, let's look at the stats real quick. We've got... Okay, I mean, Idrin is at the top of the DPS. We knew that was going to happen, although you would think that I would do pretty well. And maybe I don't have a high enough level yet. I'm not sure. She's just mostly crowd control is the problem. And the same for Mari. You know, I didn't have her out very long. But she is both of those kind of crowd control for the most part. Lightlock did great on the healing considering he is not. I don't think he is. Let's see how much I've put into him. I feel like he's pretty low level and probably not that great. Like I don't know if I've skilled him up or anything like that. Let's click this. We got 780 coins, 630 XP potions, and 10 of each of the insignia endurances, which is pretty nice. Alright. Now, we're going to check the black market because it's updated. We don't have anything particularly enticing on there, so we'll hop out of there. And then go over to heroes again. And then I think I'm going to look at him and wish there was something more I could do there. And be sad for a moment. And then I don't know that there's really anything to do about Mari either. And I really don't feel like she's the answer here. We have and okay, so I do have her at level 50 already. Shockingly. I mean, I could upgrade one of her skills. I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. Would be great to get some upgrading would be good. Promoting would be good. But alas, there's only so much that I can do with the limited resources that I have. So it's a shame that I can't get that, even though it's, you know, whether it would be terribly useful in this or not, I can't say. I will check the Northerner status, or faction rather, and see what there is here. I wanted to see what this guy is. Roar. Alright, he's a frosty looking fellow. And this one is Brunor. Okay, he's a pretty cool looking guy. I haven't checked into him too much, but he could be fun. Oh, I have Dagna down here. I probably should have thrown her out. She was, you know, she's for what she is. She's good. Now, which of my lords, I wonder, is the best? Because I have multiple lords of this faction. And I'm not sure. I think I have to go to skills to find out what they do. So this one increases faction team members' basic attributes by 5%. Periodically grants all faction team members a shield equal to 10% of their max health for 15 seconds. The more faction allies there are on the team, the more frequently it takes effect. Then we have this guy. This skill increases faction team members' basic attributes by 10%. Periodically grants all faction team members a shield equal to 20% of their max HP. So this was equal to 10%, and their basic attributes are increased by 5. This one was 20 and 10. Alright. And I feel like there was another lord. Yeah, there's another lord here, and she does the 10% and 20%. So both of those would be better lords than Dagna. I don't know who I had chosen as the lord. Hopefully it was one of them. Actually, hopefully it wasn't one of them, so that I can actually get a boost off of it. That would be ideal. But let's look at Lightlock. He's only level 21. And he was doing not bad, really, all things considered. So maybe he could use a little bit of an upgrade. And that would at the very least help with him not dying. When he is, you know, and Idrin not dying at the top. It's not the biggest issue that we have at the moment, but it is an issue that can be improved upon, at least, if nothing else. Feel like maybe we give Isolde. I can't do really anything about it, unfortunately. I wanted to give her some more promotions. I don't know why I keep thinking that. I think out of these, I'm really hesitant to put a whole lot into them. I think at this point, the promotions, as long as it's being given to the healers and, or not the healers, the fighters and the defenders, they're pretty easily replaceable now that I have that ability to do that final level there. So why don't I at least promote these guys who are low level and they can't do a whole lot, but they'll be able to do a little bit more if they get some promotions. So, with that in mind, I don't know who this girl is. Let's see, that's Estrid. I don't know anything about Estrid. And maybe I should, but I certainly don't. So let's go ahead and promote her anyway. Unlock some of these skills, you know? Use some of this stuff that I don't need that often anyway. Should be fine. Unlock some, you know, some boosts to their HP and attack and all that stuff. With things that I have a lot of anyway. Even though they're only level 2, they may not be able to do very much, but really I need them to just hold people back so that somebody else can beat on them, right? So that's the goal of the moment, I think. Upgrade these guys a bit. And if nothing else, we're gonna get credit on the Brave Conquest or something like that, the event that's going on right now. Alright, let's see. Okay, I suppose I can... Well, I could throw something into him or them. I suppose I could toss something into Dagna as well. Why not? Alright, now these guys I'm not using at the moment, so maybe I leave them alone. But probably we've increased things a little bit here, even if not wonderfully. Who's this one? This one is Estrid. Okay. Let's check on the skills for Isolde. I do have a little more I could throw into her, I suppose. So we got a shield wall increase there. So now, I have done some toward increasing her, checking my list to see which ones I think are best on the people to throw more into than the others. And I think that Mari is one that I'm willing to put more into. I don't know that she's going to be useful in this level though, so I think I'll skip that for now. Certainly Isolde is one as well. Do I want to do that right now, I wonder? I suppose I could. I don't know that it would help tremendously, however, unless it hit this. So, you know, if it hit the basic attack, that might be the best one for it to hit right now. I'm not sure. It's a tough call, really. And do I even want to use it for this? I'm not really sure that I do. I think I might wait on it. Let's just go back out and see what happens if I try it again. Alright, I'm going the complicated way to get there, because that's how I do. And we'll see what how it goes. We want to try to keep the two mages apart as much as possible. It thinks that we need a little bit more BP than we have, which is fine. I think I'll keep what I have currently, maybe not. Maybe I want to throw, you know, trade out some, nah, I don't think so. I think I'm good with keeping my level 2s that I have instead of the level 1s that I have for now. I do have Isolde as the Lord, which is, you know, this is good. It's a good one to have. Dagna is certainly not as good, so by any stretch of the imagination, honestly. Alright, so I think the way that I did it last time unsuccessfully was I stuck Idrin out first. For what good it did, not much. But I'll do the same thing again. It went so well. And then I put Lightlock around behind to heal him. And I wonder, how far does Lightlock heal? I've already forgotten. It doesn't take me long to forget. But I'm going to give it a shot and see if he can heal up again. So I can actually put him here and, you know, heal both people ideally. He's a single target healer, so it's not going to go wonderfully, I doubt, but we'll do what we can do here. Maybe I'll throw Mari here to slow down what's going to happen when they come out. Then what? I could put Dagna out next to kind of block off this side. Might be a good idea. Or, yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best idea. Try to divide and conquer. And we'll try to keep it close-knit as much as possible. Forgot what this one does. Increases attack speed by 70 each attack deals. Okay, alright, she's level 2. Let's see if we have anybody. Okay, we have Isolde. And so maybe Isolde goes here. Then, unfortunately, I can't get Maul to hit both sides of this. I can freeze these two guys. And that'll give my guys a moment. And another thing I can do... Okay, so I don't have Lightlock up there yet. Do I need to have Lightlock? I'm not sure. I think for now, I'll stick these guys here. Or this guy here. I can go here. To help beat on these folks. If we can keep them from joining up, we'll be in a lot better position. Unfortunately, it's not looking grand. Not looking grand at all. I can throw some more people up. And, that was a bad idea right there. Yeah, no good whatsoever. Well, okay, that could have been worse. We can stop them for a second. Not for very long, I'm afraid. Yeah, no good. no good at all. Unsurprisingly. Alright, well, could have been worse. Could have been better. I didn't get the healer out at all. Or did I? I did get the healer out. He just got killed. That's what happened. Yeah, alright. So probably I would have to get the healer in better straits. The setup wasn't terrible. It wasn't as bad as it was the first time. But the results were pretty abysmal. Let's go and see what we can actually do for Lightlock to improve him. I'm not, I don't love him, but I think he's okay. I don't think he's tremendous, but I think he's mediocre. So let's look for him and see if there's anything that I can do to help this situation. I could get some XP. I could get some, maybe this would be the way to go. Try to get him a little more in the promotion area. I don't know exactly how much how much that's going to help, but let's do a couple of these and then go have a look. What's it gonna do for you, man? Alright, so it's going to increase his stats a little bit. That will increase his healing. It will also increase his survivability. We could give him some more of these tokens here, these insignia tokens. That should be fine, and that'll bump him up again. He probably won't be able to go any higher. He'll have to be start up after this point. And so that'll be the extent of it, I'm afraid. But if we could get him higher, it looks like all it would do is actually increase his stats some more, which would, of course, increase his survivability. Do I have gear on him? I do have gear on him. Great. Okay. Not much I can do, I'm afraid. I could re-gear everyone. That's not as hard as it seems. I do need to put that on somebody too, but okay. There's a way to do this. I think we go to overview, and then there's unequip all here, right? Cannot proceed during battle. Alright, so I see, because they're still fighting. Alright. So then let's go ahead and do that in a moment, and then what I'll do is I'll equip all my main guys, and then I'll just equip all my guys in that faction with whatever's left over. And I'll just do the quick equip, and it should be fine for what we're doing. Not too terribly worried about it. It's gonna change what gear I have on my people, and some of them I won't be thrilled about, but I can always come back and fix it later. For now, I guess we're just waiting on this battle here to finish, which should happen at any moment. Looks like we're doing well on getting the parts that we need. Of course, it's kind of a set thing with those insignias. So there we go. We got 1,560 gold, 1,260 XP potions, and then 20 of each of these insignias. So click OK on that, and then we can go back to storage, go over here to unequip all gear, and that'll just take everything off of everybody. Didn't take the artifacts off, you'll notice. So you'd have to click unequip all artifacts for that, but it did take off all the gear. So then we can go here, and I'm just going to start gearing my guys up. I'm going to start with arrogance, and we're just going to quick equip him. And it did good things for him. I appreciate those numbers very well. And then I'm gonna quick equip the way down. So after we get them all quick equipped, then I will make sure that that the people in the faction we're trying to do gets the next set of stuff. And that moved my person. And so now I've forgotten where it was. Gotta go back through it. Alright, so Mari, yep, that was I. Alright, I also need to make sure the people who normally fight the dragon have gear on, and that will eventually be changing. But right now, I still have to keep them in clothes, right? So I need to find Camille, because believe it or not, I still use Camille as one of my healers in the dragon fight. So she's got to keep some clothes on, you know? Alright, then let's go for the Northerners. Oh, wait, did I get... Yeah, okay, I did get her. Alright. So now, Northerner faction. And we'll just go down and make sure they all have clothes on, and the ones that don't get some gear. Maybe him not right away, because he's level 2. Do the other ones first. Better higher level stuff. It's higher level stuff, right? Alright, so now all of this faction has some gear on. And who was it I was going to promote up? It was, let's start at the start and just go down. Let's see what we need here. Is this Isolde? No, it's Estrid. I think it was him that I wanted, wasn't it? It was Lightlock I wanted to get more materials for. So I didn't quite have enough, or perhaps I used some unknowingly or unthinkingly between now and then. So we'll need to do that one more time to be able to get him in better condition. But I bet you that right now we're better off already. We'll throw a skill upgrade on him. And again, I don't want to use a whole lot because it's difficult right now for me to come by the dust. And so I don't want to waste too much on somebody just for some faction quests. He's not the worst healer that there is, but he's certainly not the best healer either, so. Okay, that's enough throwing things on him. If I could get some more levels on him, that would be good. And I can, just not much. Alright, every little bit helps. And then let's get him promoted a little more. We'll auto fight once there. Alright. So, he's a little bit better off than he was already. That range boost by itself helped a moment ago, and this will help. Everything will help a little bit. And how much does he need to get to the next level? Okay, so I have 836. He takes 2,750. That's not going to be given to him from that fight. So I wonder, should I throw it into somebody else? And if so, who? I don't really know anything yet about this guy. It is Rourke. Alright. Alright, he is a fighter. His damage scales off of his HP, which doesn't bode well for him currently. Hero grants a shield equal to 10% of max health to whoever casts an ultimate within one tile, lasting for 10 seconds. So that's cool. He's a lord. He's one of our lord options. He's one of the better lord options, which, you know, bodes well for him. Upon activation, basic attack deals 170% AoE damage to up to 8 targets in the front area instead, it says. For every shield strength equal to 1% of HP owned, increases damage by 1% up to 80% boost. And so his auto attack is just a normal, you know, 1 square is physical attack, 2 squares ahead. But this goes significantly far ahead for his ultimate. So he wouldn't actually be bad to put behind somebody. So he may, you know, he could be able to survive if he was, you know, in between a couple of other people or something like that. He wouldn't be a bad one to throw out there. Don't really want to promote him at the moment, but let's come back over here and claim this. 780 gold coins, 630 XP potions, and 10 of each of the insignia of endurance tokens. And while I'm at it, let's go ahead and check the mine where we have 1200 gold, 850 XP potions, and 8 stamina. Let's grab that up. Then we go back over to heroes and have another look at Lightlaw, who is a healer. And so here he is. And again, we can't upgrade him yet, unfortunately, but we can promote him, so let's do that. So a little bit more durability. We can promote him again and get him in even better condition than he just was. Now he's in the position where he would have to be startup in order to be improved. I don't have anybody that I want to throw in to start him up with, so unfortunately that is just not going to happen. I think it took, okay, it was going to take 30 to do this. Yeah, I don't see anything mind-blowing here. So, we can pop back out and check on this because we have something in our recents. Chubby Waffle says, "Hi, I love the streams and videos, bro." And I'm gonna say thanks. He says, "I accepted your friend request and now we're friends." We'll say thanks. There we are. Send that and quit claim and give to all of my lovely friends. And then, oh, by the way, I better send you an invite, Chubby Waffles. Let's see here. Nope, you're in a guild already, so I can't send you one. Unfortunate. Alright, out we go. Okay, let's see that. Where are we? Let's go to heroes again. No, not heroes. Let's go to the faction trial and see if it's helped him. Can we make it through another level? Who knows? It's anybody's game. 3 hours and 24 minutes left on it. Alright. Now, can I remember anything about the last time that I did this? Who knows? Like, who's this guy? Is he the one that I said to put in between? Possibly. Might be. In which case we can remove this guy and put this guy in, because he might be the one who hits further during his ultimate. Hard to say. I wish we could look at them a little bit better. What about if you click and hold? I had forgotten. If you're on that screen and click and hold, you can in fact see them better. Now let's see if he's my guy. He is my guy. Good job, me. Alright. So let's go back in here and, you know, hope for the best here. Okay, that helped. Our suggested BP is 200,704. And now that we've done some upgrading of equipment, Their BP is 218,044, which means we're in much better condition. Sometimes the incremental gains can get you far. I don't know if it's going to get me far, but sometimes it can. All right, let's try putting him back out here once again. And then we're going to try the method of throwing Lightlock down where he can theoretically hit a number of the people that will have lucky. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully Lightlock is going to come through for us. Only one way to find out. Throw him out there and see what happens. The good news is Idrin over here is doing a bang-up job. Lightlock is doing good when it's just him and his friend Idrin. Now, who do we put out next? She's level 2. She's probably not the best choice. It's going to be Dagna and the other one, whatever her name is. Start at Isolde? Isolde, perhaps? Put her out next. And actually, I think I've decided that I want to put Dagna here. So we're going to do the back-to-back thing. So Lightlock can hit both of them. See that? And I like the idea of Lightlock hitting both of them, even though he benefits from healing only one person at a time. Still, I'm gonna keep it. And then I want to stick Mari here. Try to slow these guys down a little bit. And then if we can stick a Nye back in the, or a I rather, back in the middle where she was previously. And then Maul down at the bottom. The problem with sticking Maul at the bottom is that he's going to be out of healing range and in a position where he's going to need healing. So maybe that's really not the best place to put Maul. I want him to be there because I feel like he could do the most damage there. But maybe it's not the best place. And I should reconsider that. I did want to put this guy over there. Now, who just died? That was Lightlock. That's a bad day right there. So, if he's down, I think we take Maul and put him here. Try to see what we can do about this. Now, here's the other question. How did those two guys get together and form that big guy then? Because I didn't see it happen. It's not looking particularly lovely, I'm afraid. I can't throw her out. And I don't know who she is at this point. Maybe she'll live a second. Who knows? If she can live for long enough. Oh, no. That's not what happened. Yeah, I can't get this guy out in time. Not that he would live, because he's a little one. Oh no, it's all gone bad. Alright, well, nothing to do about it. I'll throw Nocturne out. He's like level 1 or something. Oh man, what a mess. Alright, no good. I think it helped. We did a little bit better that time. Certainly not well enough to matter, unfortunately. Let's look at the stats and just see how people are doing. Alright, so still, Mari is just out DPSing I really don't see the benefit so far of I. Mari has outperformed her in, I feel like every way so far. And maybe that won't continue to be the case as they get promoted in various things. And maybe the awakenings are going to help a lot. I don't really know. All I know is so far, I haven't felt the impressiveness by it, but maybe soon. All right. Well, it's not looking like there's going to be very far I can go with that. I did intend to just do the auto battle on this one, this basic trial, and I may as well go ahead and get that done in the background. Let's see. Come over here and kind kind of glance around for a sec. I actually have to go do this tide battle over here. And so I may as well do it now, right? Let's do this withstand wave and see what we have here. Wow, the great axe in Baron's hands is made of skeletal remains, it tells us. Alright. Oh, hey, this is saying it's hard for us now. So suggested VP for the stage is 175,000. No, 1,759,700. We have 1,697,491. So, should I change my ways out there? I really don't know who I have it, so I'm checking. No, I like all those people. We could switch out Autumn for sure. Probably we could pull out some of those and replace them, but who would we replace them with? That's the question, isn't it? I don't really know. Not, all that. Well, let's see. We only really want to look at the okay. Brains. Brains are hard. Marksman and, the mages. So far, the healers haven't been relevant. I don't know. I don't know what we have here. I mean, I feel like our marksmen who aren't in yet are pretty garbage at the moment. Not that they're necessarily long-term garbage, but right now in the short term, they look pretty garbage. Alright, let's try the mages. Who we have that we don't have out that I would put out? Well, go with nobody on that. Now just to make sure that I haven't missed out here. Okay, now Xena is good for a brief period. She's good anyway, actually. She's just, diminishing returns, you know? No, the rest of these, not, I don't think so. How's about? And I don't really feel like there's any need for any of these defenders to go out, so I think I'm happy as is with them. Maybe I go and um, put some Tide talents on. Hey, Lacris, how you doing, man? Would it be okay if I added you on? Absolutely, I'd be on Watcher of Realms. Sounds good, man. Yeah, I think that Morgan is a good pull, and I looked her over after I pulled her, and I was like, man, this looks like a good character. She's on my list of people right here. I have Regulus, Morgan, and Abby Zhao that I want to fix up. I've actually got a decent sized list of people I would like to promote and level up and all those things, including like we've got Isolde, Hollow, Idril, Greed, and then those three beyond the ones that I've already kind of started leveling up pretty well. So I do have plans, but I haven't brought them to fruition yet in any reasonable way. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, it's decent progress. I see your ID there. I will be sure to accept you. Right now, I've got to try to see about these Tide talents. I could add another person. If I did, maybe it would be Xena. It feels like adding a ground tile to put Xena in wouldn't be amiss. She's pretty good. You know, she's not phenomenal, right? She's not phenomenal DPS, but she's pretty good DPS. So I think that would be okay. She's not fully, anything, but she's decent addition. So I'm going to go ahead and add that, I think, with some of my tide points here. Looks like I have a good number of talent points. Sorry, the talent points. I have a good number left. Okay, when there are more than 3 marksmen on the field, increases all heroes' damage by 30%. That's pretty cool. When there are over 3 defenders deployed, reduces all heroes' damage taken by 20%. So far I haven't seen that as necessary. They don't really seem to be getting hit that heavily. Maybe they will be. I'm not sure if they will be yet or not. Um, when there are more than 3 mages on the field, increases all units AoE damage by 30%. Now, I wonder what I have more of out there. Let's go have a look at that. If only I could remember things visually, it would be super cool. But since I can't, I'm just gonna go there and see what we're at. All right, looks like we have. Looks like we have 3 marksmen and 5 mages. So certainly the bigger benefit would be the mages. We also have a couple of healers, but that is not of much consequence at the moment. Now, are they considering all of these to be defenders right now? Because they all have a shield on them. I guess they are, because I haven't seen them mention like fighters. So I guess if it's a ground unit, it's a defender. Interesting. All right. One thing I want to do right now, I guess, is put out Xena, but I am clicking the wrong person. So there she is. All right, cool. Throw her out by arrogance. And she's in front of Edrin, which is cool because Edrin can hit ahead too, which is why I put him in that location initially. Because he can hit a little ways ahead of himself. Alright, so that's all fine and well. I think, you know what, it's not going to let me keep this line up probably because I'm going to go out of here. Yeah, sure enough. That's alright. I can put her back out in mode. Alright, let's go back to Tide Talents. And then, we will increase the mage damage by clicking the right thing. There we go. Alright, mana enhancement. When there are more than 3 mages on the field, increases all units AoE damage by 30%. Doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with that. Alright, now I could do some more. Do I want to? Healer multiplier. Talent upgrade adds 1 available ground tile. Not really feeling like I need that right now. It's alright. I'm gonna go back and call it a day on that and just try to withstand this wave. I think we can probably manage it. Let's see. It's still thinking that we're a little low. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have Xena out yet. Okay. There we go. Now it says medium. Let's give it a go. Confirm assault? Sure. Let's see what happens. Keep an eye on things. You know, if I need to throw out some of these guardians, that shouldn't be an issue. Alright, so far so good. Multitude of skeletons are being dismantled in short order. They hit that little gauntlet right there, and they're still down. So I'm pretty alright with that. These are the tougher guys with the bit of armor and whatnot on them. They don't go down quite so easily, but they do go down relatively quickly. It's unless I am mistaken sorely, that was not particularly difficult fight. We got 40 diamonds, 40 epic skill dust, and 19 talent points for that. Blackbreast says, I sent in an application for the Discord. I'm going to go to sleep. Enjoy the rest of your games. Have a good night. You too, man. It's nice seeing you again. Then we're going to go, and I guess we should use some more of those Tide Talents because it's trying to tell us that we need more EP to meet its suggested amount. Let's see here. We can't do this one yet because it's not green. But let's check this one. We could do ranged when there are open 3 defenders deployed. Reduces all heroes damage taken by 20%. Again, I'm not really interested in that right now. more than 3 marksmen on the field. Now, there aren't more than 3. There are only 3. So that's not particularly helpful right now. We've got this one, which is a healing multiplier. Again, not something I have great interest in. Mage's AoE target cap +3. And we'll change that to +6, which seems like a fine way to go. Let's increase our mage's target cap. And why don't we make that max level? That seems like a fun thing to do with their points. So now their AoE target cap is +10. I like that very much. This is a talent upgrade. Ground units HP and attack increase by 2% for 10 seconds every time they take damage, stacking up to 20 times. Kind of cool to make their attack increase, certainly. Every time they take damage, though. So far, I'm not sure if that's going to be particularly helpful. It will be later. When a marksman lands a critical hit, they have an 8% chance of dealing extra damage equal to 6% of the target's max HP, up to 2,000% of their attack. Also very cool, but I don't know that I want to do it right now. This one is the melee attack booster. Ground units get HP +20%, defense goes up +20%, attack range +1, and sizes increase. I don't know exactly what it means. I've wondered this the whole time when it says that sizes increase. But here we are, right? Healers get rage regen +50% and sizes increase. So this is all about HP and sizes increasing and defense. And I'm kind of more interested currently in offense. So, not having enough marksmen out there to be, to be useful with the marksman talent. Just gonna go ahead and fight them as is. Should not be too big of a deal, I don't think. Confirm assault. And see how it goes. Alright. It's, they're actually being able to get in there. I don't know how close we can zoom in. It looks like this is probably the closest we can zoom in. Makes it a little difficult to see who's the enemy and who is ours as far as the health goes with all these numbers popping up in our way. But, that's okay. It looks pretty much like it's okay. We've got a shield on somebody over here. But I think that's just probably Baron shielding himself, I would suspect. And we do have somebody getting hit pretty hard. I wonder who. Not sure. We got 40 diamonds, 40 epic skill dust, and 19 talent points for that one. And then we'll try one more time on this. And we still have a little bit more BP than what they're recommending. So we're coming to the point where it's getting pretty close to what we have. But we're not quite there yet. So let's fight again. Some of these guys probably don't have any gear on, to be honest, since I just ungeared everybody. I don't really know. I know I didn't put any on Voltus. So there's that. I'm not sure. Just kind of threw gear on whoever, really. And I guess I could gear, all of my colorful people, all the gold ones and all of the purple ones up. And maybe even all the blue ones up, because I have enough spare gear laying around that probably that would be a fine thing to do. Again, it looks like nobody's getting hurt too badly. There are some people getting hurt, but it's fairly negligible at the moment. I think earlier maybe Raph got hurt a little bit, but I'm not certain of that. Now this one is hurt. This is it Edrin? Maybe. No, I think it's actually Arrogance. Arrogance got hit there a bit. 40 diamonds, 40 epic skill dust, 19 talent points. Cool. And then we'll claim the loot on that and see what we get. Who knows? Okay, we got 12 legendary skill dust, 192 talent points, 28 epic skill dust, 10,500 gold, 50 stamina, and 84 rare skill dust. It's not a bad haul. And we're a little bit under BP for the next tide, but not terribly worried about it. Okay, now I don't see the invite, so we'll try adding this ID here, this lack of risks ID. So we got 551-805-7. That's not a 7. This is a 7. Feel like Crocodile Dante right now. Alright, it's Go-Go. Alright, Go-Go. Friend request sent. Alright, looks like AV2525 popped off 55 minutes ago, which means to me we may have done the dragon. Let's check. But first, let's claim this stuff. Tide Onslaught rewards 1 time, gives us 2 lucky knives and 1 stamina potion sample, and Faction Trial learning difficulty level 1 time gives us 10,000 gold and 2 lucky knives, and then our chest at the top is going to give us 30 diamonds and 2 lucky knives. Meaning, well, now what's this? Reward enhancement. Your daily quest progress rewards have been enhanced with your consistent efforts. Well, hey, I like that kind of enhancement. That pleases me. So it goes from 30 diamonds to 35 diamonds, and we get an enhancement bonus of 100 diamonds. Super cool. I like it. Let's do it. Okay. Now, back out of there. That was a surprise. Check mark this. This is for the faction trials. And we have Shelter Insignia 2. With 15 of those and 187 hero XP potions. Let's come over here to this dragon guy and see what we can do about this. Let's upgrade this, and that gave us a little bit of HP bonus. It doesn't hurt anything. I don't know that we have enough of these things to matter. We need 24 to go up. We don't have 24. Let's see. We need 16. We have 11. We need 16. Actually, we need 7. And we have 5. Alright. So, no use there. Since it's already 11 o'clock, I guess I better go ahead and just do a auto attack on whatever I had going on here in the Northerner faction raid. Whatever point we got to is going to have to just be good enough. Let's auto fight this with whatever we had previously in the background. Alright, now, what else? Let's check the guild and see how this guild quests, nope, guild info was correct. Turt's Chasm. Alright, it looks like we've got somebody hit the Nightmare 2 and somebody hit the Normal. Normal was hit by Cosmo Cobb twice, and 50% of the damage done there. Nightmare 2 was hit by Bugajoa once, and that indicates that AB2525 is probably not going to get his hits in tonight because he's already logged out. And at this time, probably not going to log back in. Don't know. So, that's unfortunate. Let's see. What if we go try this out? Let's try out a new system here. Maybe a new system with me. Do I have anyone that I want to add? Not really. Um, I just don't have these guys leveled up sufficiently right now to throw them in. I better go make sure everybody has gear on before I do this. Let's just start at the top as far as the rarity goes and start checking gear and make sure they all have something on. And then it'll have to be good enough for the moment. Did I miss something there, or is it just, am I just a little crazy? Possibly crazy, who knows? Alright, everything's looking fine. He is not gonna be used in here, so no relevance. I do think that Gluttony is neat. I don't know that he is going to be one of the top guys. I think he's good in certain instances, but he's not necessarily worth. I'm gonna throw some gear on him. Sure, why not? But I don't think he's going to be doing anything anytime soon. And actually, it may be easier if I just sort by level, right? That way everybody that I use will be at the top. And I think I've already looked at all these guys. It's great to get so far along in this and then realize, oh hey, you actually did that all wrong. You should have done that a little smarter. But we're all about working harder, not smarter around here, okay? I know that Voltus is out there doing the Tide talent, or Tide waves, and so is Autumn. Fortunately, I did get my healers taken care of, at least. So I do have him maxed. I guess I'll throw some gear on him. Why not? Why not? Throw gear on everyone. Plenty of gear to go around. And actually, I do end up using these like the fighters and defenders and whatnot for some levels. May as well put some on there, and she has some already. Occasionally I use Liam for something. I have definitely used Jorge before, you know, in somewhat recent times. Now for Decimus, thus far it hasn't mattered. He just gets thrown out to be killed anyway. Not to say that he is, you know, good, bad, or ugly, but that's been the case. This guy's pretty rough. This Selkath, he's pretty bad. I think I'm okay with what I've got armor on at the moment. Not real concerned about any of the rest. Let us see what we got here. 372 XP potions and 18 Spirit Insignia 2s. With that in mind, let's go hop over to the faction fellow over here and upgrade this place. That gave us a little bit more healing effect. Always a nice thing to have. And I guess I can grab some of this, which is 1000 gold, 800 XP potions, 6 stamina, and 1 mithril. Grab all this, and then come over and make sure that I don't have anybody I can just level up real fast. You know, not very much, but anybody who needs some. In fact, Camille needs some. Nothing for it, though. Can't quite get anywhere with that. I think I would like to level her up, though, because she's pretty rough. Let's go check the events and see what we have going on. Let's do the treasure hunt celebration. Got 10 more epic skill dust, 4,000 gold, 4,000 gold, 10 rare skill dust, and there's the 20 auto fight chances, which is the special reward of this floor. So we'll go to the next floor, and it shows you everything that's going to be here. And right now, the special reward here is the 25-star psychic power shards. That would be phenomenal to have. I only have one lucky knife right now, so got 10 rare skill dust. I'm not complaining about it. Just saying, you know, it would be cool to have those special skill boosts. Event ends very soon, so let's see how well do we get these. Just doing the treasure hunt celebration, right? Can I get more? Who knows? Who knows? I don't recall what the quest starts. I think you just kind of get stuff as you do stuff. Could get a huge stamina potion for spending a couple million more gold. Treasure hunt celebration. We got the event sign and all that. Didn't do the monkey versus. Actually, I did all of the things on monkey versus goblin. That's right. So, no, nothing to gain there. Not sure if I can get any more or not. Spiritual altar, we maxed that out. Enhancing gear pieces. We've got another day and 2 hours left. Brave Conquest is the one where you fetch the gear pieces and artifacts. Duel of Champions is for Arena. Don't know if there's any way to get any more. That's too bad because that would be cool. But alas, alack, it seems as if it is not to be. Too bad, too bad. Alright, the Oracle Trial has 2 hours and 51 minutes left on hero training, which is about leveling folks up and all that. And it would be cool to get this 15 5-star psychic power shards. So maybe I strive to do that real quick. Level up, star up, and promoting heroes or upgrading their skills. Trouble is, I don't have much to do that with. Oh, let's go look again at this. Pretty close to getting everything I need there, but maybe I concentrate on getting some XP potions real quick so that I can... Okay. It's always like doing one thing makes me want to do another thing, right? So like, I'm thinking, well, if I'm going to do the XP raids, maybe it would be smart to figure out where I need to be. Okay, I would have to do campaign stage in 9-8 in order to unlock stage 8. Now that's far enough away that it makes me comfortable, I think, with doing this instead. So let's auto fight. We can do 2 times with the stamina that we have, but we have a lot of auto attacks left, and we could go ahead and do this one. Well, how about that one? 11 times. And use 2 of our huge stamina potions to do it. And we would get a good chunk of XP. And maybe that would be beneficial. Let's see what we have. If we do that, which we are doing, and we get a significant amount of HP, then we come over here and let's check. Let us sort by... Let's sort by BP. And then check and see what we've got going on. As far as XP goes, who needs? Looks like, of course, Isolde does, right? That's for the faction stuff, but she's not, you know, vital to level right now. What I need to look at is the people for the dragon fight, which is going to be definitely Camille. If Camille could get leveled the rest of the way up, I feel like that would help a good bit. With, you know, just them staying alive better. That being said, the hope is that eventually I don't need to have Camille along. Or, conversely, if I could level someone else up who's a better single target killers such as Light Mark. I do think he would probably do better. He should do better because you have to eat a Camille in order to unlock him if you're gonna fuse him. Her healing is quite good though, so I'm not sure. But I feel like he could be a replacement to the dragon fight. Um, if I could get him up to where he needs to be for that. Like, let's see, his attack is 2,700 right now at the level that he's at. And hers is like over 4,000, like 4,200, something like that. So, he's just not anywhere close. And of course, he's half the level. Well, he's a little more than half the level. But he's not too far. I mean, let's say he is far away from her, far enough away from her in level that I think it's very important. Plus, he's not awakened. She's awakened 5 times, And like, you look at that, it's kind of crazy how the awakening works. Because it starts, just the difference between even one level of awakening is ridiculous. So, and the more targeted his healing is, the better. But he's kind of healing / DPS and single target, so I wonder if his healing is going to be as efficient as Camille's, even when he does hit that level. Just because he's kind of, he only has the one thing that's really doing the healing, and the rest is utility. I don't know. It's questionable. Alright. Now, let's see. I can go and run a zombie invasion while I wait for those XP raid stuff to finish. And I will try to do it without too terrible much discussion about what I'm doing, but at the same time, I don't want to just fly through it either. So, out of these 3 options, I'm going to go with the Blazing Plume. Blazing Plume, rather. Each basic attack deals, basically you shoot out 3 Blazing Plumes. Now, we could get Reaper 2, or we could get Blazing Bolt. Because I went toward the potion side of the world, I want to go with Blazing Bolt. Now, between these 3 options, I'm going to go with Spring of Sticks. That's a good utility to go along with Blazing Bolt. Now, these 3, I don't like them. I'm going to refresh. So, we have Lightning Chain, which goes along with Blazing Bolt. Or, we could do some more Fire Plume. I like the Lightning Chain. I think it works better because then when you increase light damage, it increases both things. I think I'm going to go with the Blazing Bolt because it gains gold on critical hit, and that's going to help us get more potions, which again is kind of what I've built this toward at the moment. We have a couple for Lightning Chain, one for Blazing Plume, Fire Plume. I think right now I'm gonna go for the single target damage plus 20%. Should help with knocking down those bosses. Lightning Chain damage plus 40%. Or increases Lightning Chain trigger chance during the ultimate. I'm going to go with trigger chance because I want to use it as the utility. I want to put Blazing Bolt as the primary damage. So, I think we're going to weaken this time to inflict 40% damage reduction on enemies for 5 seconds with Lightning Chain. I'll turn on the ultimates over here so that they auto cast. Now we got 2 that increase things for lightning chain and one for blazing bolt. It's a tough one, really, but I'm gonna go with blazing bolt quantity +1. All right, overdrive 3. Yeah, I gotta go with overdrive 3 and get more spring of sticks and more damage. Okay. Now, of those options, I'm going to go with overdrive 3 on that as well. It increases the trigger chance during the ultimate, but it also increases the ultimate effect duration plus 8 seconds, which is nice. All right, we got a couple of things that will help Blazing Bolt and one that will help with Lightning Chain. Right now, we're sitting with Blazing Bolt dealing the most damage. Could do Rage Regen 3, restores rage when Lightning Chain is triggered, damage plus 40%. It's really good. There's multiple things here that I like very much. All three of them. But I think I'm going to decrease the Blazing Bolt cooldown. Okay, now we've got some potions to look at. A 10% chance to inflict dark burn when dealing damage. We could do 10 rage per second. We could do critical damage plus 30%. Let's look and see what our critical crit rate is. Crit rate is 5%. It's very low. So, unless we have a way to get crit rate up, it doesn't help that much to increase our critical damage. Could be wrong on that, but that's how I'm feeling about it. I think we want to restore our rage more than anything else out of these options because we can only choose one. So that's what we're going to do. And the reason we can only choose one is we don't have enough gold. Need some gold generation going on. Now, okay, we could do Nether Calamity 2 and increase the number of Spring of Sticks we have and increase damage across the board by 20%. But because I want to focus on the potions and the gold and the blazing light, I'm going to go with Punishment of Light 1, even though it's questionable. Alright. Increasing the blazing bolt quantity by 1 or increasing the blazing bolt damage by 80%. I like both options, but I'm going to go with the damage by 80% because that's a good chunk. Alright, so when obtaining any high quality potion, additionally gain 5% light damage increase. That goes with the theme that we're doing, so we're going to go with Blessing over there on the right side. Now we've got all things that will affect the chain lightning or lightning chain. And I think, let's see what we already have here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do Rage Regen 1, restores rage when lightning chain is triggered. That should hopefully be helpful. Let's find out. Alright, we got Rage Regen 2. Restores rage when lightning chain is triggered and damage plus 20%. I think that the first part of that isn't going to stack, so we'll just get the damage plus 20%. And as far as I can tell, that's kind of across the board damage. So let's go with that. And now we have choices to make because we've got Blazing Bolt deals an extra damage equal to 30% gold. Blazing Bolt has a chance to gain gold when killing enemies, or Spring of Sticks cooldown -1 second. All good stuff. Let's see what we already have here. We don't have Fortune. We do have Punishment of Light. So let's go with Fortune 2. So let's get some gold going and try to get more of these potions out here because I think that's going to help. I would like to clear level 32 at some point soonish because that'll be the last reward we need for doing this. We have options that I'm interested in. Basic attack has a chance to summon one Spring of Sticks or single target damage plus 40%. Obviously, single target damage is going to be the way. Okay. Well, now, Rage Regen 3, we already have 1 and 2. Um, it's a tough thing, really. But I think I will go with the Rage Regen 3, and we'll bump up our number of those mastery points. Alright, we've got some things for Blazing Bolt here. During the ultimate, additionally triggers Blazing Bolt every 2 seconds. It's very good. And I think that's what I'm going to go with out of those 3 options. More Blazing Bolts. Okay. So it's doing currently 65% of the damage, which isn't bad. Now we get to give the enemies a boost to give ourselves a boost, right? What do I want to do? I really don't like any of these, but if I have to choose one, well, let's see here. Looks like the Blazing Flames are doing more damage than the Spring of Sticks. So let's go ahead and increase our fire damage, I guess. Well, you know what? Let's not, because there's something that goes along with dark and fire. And maybe that's the new one. I mean, dark and light. Sorry. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now we have 517 gold, and we have various potions to choose from. So we should be able to get the Dark Burn Potion and the Ultimate Fallen Phoenix Potion. The Ultimate Fallen Phoenix Potion should... It's like it summons a phoenix that then summons a bunch of tornadoes. The Dark Burn one is just a little extra damage over time, I think, when dealing damage. Let's go ahead and do that, I think. Get both of those, and then move forward. Out of these options, I think I want to go with the Lightning Chain Splitting. Probably, yeah. It also does damage plus 20%, which should be across the board damage, and we do like that. Now, we have Fortune 2. Have I already gotten that? Because I'm not sure if that one stacks or not. Reaper 1 is for the Blazing Plume, and then we have single target damage plus 30%. Pretty sure that one does stack. So why don't we go with that? It's going to give us a light mastery to do that. Putting us at 17 of those. You can see those in the upper left sheet. Oh man, what is this? Oh. Huh. Congratulations on leveling up. Select your skill. Celerity 3, damage increase 3, or light damage increase 1. See, we can increase all light damage. We can increase fire damage by 80%, or we can increase damage plus 40% with Celerity 3, and also decreases the Spring of Sticks cooldown. That seems like the way to go. Celerity 3. Skill Blessing gains... Oh, yes. I can't see it right now. Okay, we got Celerity 2, which would decrease the Blazing Bolt cooldown by 0.5 seconds and increase the damage by 30%. That seems like the way to go, hands down, right? Now let's do this again. Gain 3 extra skill choices at the start. Gain 3 more skill choices at wave 32. Huh. Weird. Somehow I haven't noticed that before. Alright, we have Blade Smash 3, Blazing Bolt crit rate plus 10%. Gains gold on critical hit and has a cooldown of 1 second. Damage plus 20%. I mean, that seems like the clear way to go, so let's get that. Now, as you can see, they're beginning to approach the wall now. Our wall could be beginning to be breached soon. However, we're about to get the light mastery, I think, for level 20. Feels like Overdrive 2 is a good choice because it increases lightning chain trigger chance during the ultimate, and the ultimate effect duration is increased by 4 seconds. Seems like the obvious way to go, and we did get this awakened skill here. Now, I think I will... Okay. Out of these options, I think I'll go to Shock and try to stun enemies for 1 second. Can trigger up to 1 time per enemy. I don't normally use that one, but it feels like it might be a good one. Now, we have 629 coins to use. So, what's the right choice here? We can basically pick 2 potions as long as we don't get the big potion. But the big potion is each light mastery increases dark damage, and each dark mastery increases light damage, which is pretty cool. It doesn't say how much by, but it does say that it does that. However, we also have this cool combination here where during the ultimate, continuously trigger meteorites that deal AoE fire damage and have a chance to generate burning pools. That's the ultimate meteorite potion, and we could combine that with the ultimate AoE potion, which during the ultimate AoE damage is significantly increased. And I don't like to do it because I really want that light and dark pairing there, but I really think the benefit is going to be to get these 2 AoE potions. So let's try that and keep moving forward. Now we have Mire 2, which slows down the enemy and reduces magic or damage resistance on them. Lightning chain damage plus 60%, or every 40 enemies killed across all skills increases Spring of Sticks damage by 10%, stacking up to 150%. I think we're going to go with Mire 2 and try to slow them down and reduce their magic resistance, or the damage resistance rather. Okay. And this time I'm going to do another Calamity 2. It's going to increase damage by 20%. Now we have some dark, what is this called here? It's Spring of Sticks, to increase. I think out of these options, I don't know, they're all quite, well, 2 out of 3 of them are very, very good. But I think I'll do Overdrive and make more Spring of Sticks happen. Alright, we can expand the Spring of Sticks range. We can make the lightning chain bounce attack plus 1 and no damage plus 20%. Or we can give Blazing Bolt a chance to pursue 1 time and increase the damage by 20%. I think Pursuit 2 is going to be the way to go. Okay, got some options here. Let's see, we got Blazing Bolt has a chance to gain gold when killing enemies. That's Fortune 1, which we've probably already overwritten with Fortune 2. We don't really need to consider that very much. Light of Thunder 2, Blazing Bolt quantity plus 1 and light damage plus 10%. And then we have Circuit Forbid 3, Lightning Chain reduces light damage reduction resistance on enemies and damage plus 20%. I'm going to get us some more Blazing Bolts. Alright, so we can increase our attack by 10, physical damage by 20, or physical damage by 20. So Let's go with attack plus 10. How's about? Okay, Smash 1 is something that we already have, and I don't know that it's going to help us any, because I don't know that it stacks. Fire Plume has a chance to deal AoE damage, and Nether Calamity increases one Spring of Sticks for each cast and damage plus 40. So let's go with Nether Calamity 3 on this one. Should be helpful, perhaps. Our gate is being beaten on a good bit already, which doesn't bode well for us. We have 1,090 coins now, so that's a good thing. We have some things that'll do AoE, particularly the potions. So I feel like that's a good idea. Let's see what our crit rate is at right now. It's still at 5%. I thought it probably was. So there's no real need to get more of that. We could use this winter's bot. That'll slow down the enemies. So we'll get that. I really don't see the point in wasting anything on the critical damage when it's going to be such a rare thing. And we can do more damage by getting that 30% off of the 340 something gold that we have. Now, we can increase our blazing bolt quantity by 1 and our light damage by 10%, and that seems like a good choice overall right now. We've got that meteorite storm going right now, which is really helpful, and it hit at a good time, so spring sticks are going crazy. So that's all good. Definitely have some good stuff going. Reaper is good. That increases Spring of Sticks damage by 10%, stacking up to 150 times for every 40 enemies killed. Punishment of Light 1 Blazing Bolt deals an extra damage equal to 30% gold. I don't know that that stacks. However, Bounce Attack 1 will stack. That is going to just increase the amount of times that happens. So let's go ahead with that. Definitely getting beaten on here a good bit, unfortunately. So really not doing all that well, all things considered. But let's see. Okay, well, it's not much good getting the Reapers at this point, but at the same time, I'm really not sure that Punishment of Light 1 is going to help us. It will give us another point in the light mastery, so that will be good. Let's go ahead and get it in there. Needing these awakened skills. Lightning Chain can bounce the same target, damage was 50%. Increases lightning chain both bounce count and split count by 1, or blow out blazing bolt triggers 1 additional time. Reduces base damage by 30%. I don't want to reduce the base damage by 30%. Seems bad. It's not a good trade, I don't think. Let us instead. Let's do lightning chain can bounce the same target, damage plus 50%. Yes, let's do that. Every hit triggers lightning chain split. Okay, cool. Confirm. But it's rough. It's just we're basically not doing enough damage, so they're just overwhelming. Spring of Sticks and Blazing Bolt are both doing very well. Or neither of them are doing very well, if you look at it that way. 10% chance to inflict Winter's Bite when dealing damage. We already have that. Don't know if it'll stack. We could do attack plus 40. We don't have any ice damage, so that's of no use. Physical damage, we don't have. Pretty certain we already have this freeze potion, and I don't know that it would help. So maybe we just keep our coins, and should have just refreshed, because it's just going to kill us anyway. But, oh well, that's okay. Got our got our zombie invasion points, because now we can come over here and I get 10 auto fight chances from that. Alright, now get out of here and we have all of this. We've got 8,250 coins, 136,700 XP potions, 6 green guys, and 6 gray guys there. So click OK. Go to heroes and see if I can level up Camille a little more. So I feel like that's not a bad thing. Upgrade her to max level. That's wonderful. Glad to see that we could do that. No way to do much else, I don't think, but that's okay. It was a good thing to do. Alright. Then we have something here. I accepted your friend's request and now we're friends. Yep, that's true. Alright, we'll do the quick claim and give. And then, now hold on a second, because I can come down to other friends and we know that Chubby Waffles needs to be added to my favorite friends, and so does Go-Go, as both of them are watchers on Twitch and or stream. So I think Monkey Magic is another one. There we go. Didn't realize I didn't already have him in there. Let's see if any of the rest of these ring a bell. It looks like probably not. I think it probably would have shown me by now. Maybe I'm wrong. Alright, cool. Let's X off of here. Okay, so we got Camille taken care of. Let's see here. This ends in a couple hours, as mentioned earlier. I don't think there's really any way I'm going to make it to these, unfortunately. That's a good amount away. I'd need to get another 1,000 points in that. And that seems unlikely. Yeah, I doubt it. Okay. Let's go back out of here. Let's check on Beirut and see if he's got anything fun. Not really. No, I don't see anything that blows my mind there. Okay. Suppose we can check the mine and grab the 1 mithril, 1,050 gold, 7 stamina, and 800 hero XP potions from that. And then I better go on in to the guild event, which is, in this case, I'm referring to the Nightmare 2 event, and see about making a playtest for this. Trying to remember how I had it last time, and if I liked that or not. I think I had decided that I didn't want quite so many ground units out there, because it made the spread too much. Each roll was insufficient in here. I wanted her to be better, and she wasn't, unfortunately. Now, I don't know, I haven't tried Morgan, but she's still not really ready. I've leveled her up to max, but she's really not ready. So let's throw Phelan in and see if, just kind of see how this goes, I think. Let's play test it and see if I like it or not. Alright. We've got arrogance, and then wrath also. So arrogance, and we better get wrath out next, and Xena can go behind him because she has the range for it. An eye does good DPS. We're gonna run out real soon of people to put out there. So let's stick an eye. Then we have to get. Okay, we should have already probably gotten Dao Chan out. Failure on my part. So we get Dao Chan out. Let's get this healer out. And is that really the place I want to put her? That's the real question. I could put her there, but I don't actually have to. And maybe I don't want to. Maybe I pull her back and I'll put her over here. Face her this way. And that way she'll be under Laurel's umbrella, I think. Maybe that's good. I don't know. We'll see. A little bit of a different setup. And then let's see if we can switch Dao Chan to damage for a moment. And then be able to switch her back, you know, in a second without too much trouble, hopefully. Now. Okay. That heal hit at the right time. Everything looks okay so far. Should I have put Brienne out? I'm not sure. I would have had to choose between essentially a Nye or Brienne. Not sure what the right choice is there. But it's doing okay so far, I would say. Now Xena has dropped down already, which is, you know, that's normal for her. I feel like maybe I should pick her up and put Brienne out and then put her back down in a moment. However, Brienne's gonna be getting hit, right? Which could be okay. I'm not sure. So we'll let her get a little DPS in. Then we'll pull her back out. Yeah, pull her back out. And then throw Phelan in. And then, should be able, I think, to put Xena back out. Now, should I have just left? Oh, crud. I did not switch Dao Chan back to back to healing stance. That's a real problem. It's not going to work out so well. Terrible, terrible display. Alright, well, it's alright. Well, could have gone better. It's alright. Let's get Xena back out. I just stuck her in the wrong place. Not going so well. Let's restart this. Alright. Try again. Failing less. Hopefully. Alright. Now, if that's how things are. Let's throw him out again. We're gonna put it basically in the same order, I think. Rav. Her. 9. Dao Chan. Emil. Her. Okay, let's switch her back to non-healing stance. Should be able to recover before things go too badly. Maybe not. But yes, they did. Xena's fallen off, so we're gonna switch her with Brienne. Can Brienne hit from there? No, she can't. I don't think she can. So we can't put her there. We can put her here. As long as we switch Xena back to healing stance when we need to, then that should be fine. We'll switch her back now. And hopefully, we'll be able to get Xena back out in a moment. That's the goal, anyway. She's going to come back out in just a second. Okay, and so we take out Brienne. And we put in Xena. We will do massive damage for a moment. Switch over to Ao Chan's DPS stance. Dragon's getting promoted. If I'd made better note when I put Xena out, I would know when to pick her up. But alas, switch back to healing. Okay, it's about time to pick Xena up, but I'm going to go ahead and wait, I think, for Brienne to come out. Wait for that to happen. Alright, now we're going to switch back out with Brienne. It goes here. And switch her to DPS stance. So we're on phase 3 of the dragon at the moment. You're going to have one more shot with Xena out. In just a moment. He's about to do his infernal roar, so we switch over to her healing stance. Get ready, because we're going to pull Brienne back out and throw Xena in place. I think that after this meteorite impact, here in a second, we can switch back. Better do it now to get that little last bit of DPS in. I think this worked decently. Didn't get to get his off, unfortunately, but overall, not bad. 35-34, highest dragon blood record has been updated. So, checking the damage. By switching back and forth, we increased Xena's DPS by a couple million, or not DPS, but damage, total damage output by a couple of million. over what she had been doing. So that's not bad. She outdid Aim quite a good bit. Brienne was in and out. She didn't get much of a chance to show off her skills. But yeah, I think that went okay overall. So I like it. Let's do it. Complete. And so I'll throw that at this dragon a couple of times and see what happens. It's auto fire, and let's see if it works or not. I wonder, and I didn't ever check. Okay, all right. So this is just showing us what these different chests are all about. I suppose you can get any of these. You just get a random one of these. Okay, not a random. I see. It's dependent on how much dragon blood you did. Okay, cool. All right, let's auto fight. Let's look at the statistics as we do, so that we can see how it's all looking. If I timed it better, I would have done better because Xena does good damage for like, I want to say maybe 20 seconds, and I think I was keeping her in for more like 30 seconds, maybe longer at some points. And so her DPS was dropping off. That very first time, for instance, I know that I didn't get her out when I ought to have. I should have pulled her back. And I can switch back and forth between her and Brienne, and or maybe even I should do her and Phelan, because Phelan does poison damage, which is damage over time. I don't know. Brienne does straight. I'm not sure which one would be better, but one or the other of them I should switch out with. And if I did it every 20 seconds consistently, then it would increase the DPS significantly, because that first DPS that Xena does when she first comes out is really, really good. So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I can manage it sometime, who knows. Not tonight, certainly. It's almost midnight. But, sometime. Alright, so that is finished. We got 3,513 dragon blood, which is 16.73% of the dragon's amount of damage. I mean, it's health. Raph did phenomenally. Xena out DPS'd Aim very successfully. Laurel is nice, but she increases everybody's everything. So she's a good one to have around. I'm not sure if I had her in exactly the right place for this, but that's okay. We'll complete this and do it again. Okay, here's the deal. Maybe I shouldn't do it again. Maybe I should come and finish off this normal dragon over here, because that would help Cosmo Dog get a couple of chests. Maybe that's the better thing to do. I can't kill Nightmare 2 by myself. I doubt anybody else is going to log in tonight for this at this point, because it is midnight. So maybe the better option is to do the normal dragon right now. Now I don't know, what the group looks like here. I certainly wouldn't need 2 healers. I could throw in more DPS. I don't know that it would matter a great deal, but sure, let's do it. Probably could increase the DPS on it. over whatever I had before. Alright, so we throw Arrogance with aim behind him. Wrath with Xena behind her. We're at 440. 440 with Xena, that's an important point. About to be at 420. And I think it's 20 seconds. Let's see, how long does it last? Activates when deployed, increasing attack. Change one time for deployment. Spell can only be triggered one time for deployment. After the effect duration ends, reduces attack range to 1 tile. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, I need to switch her over to DPS. And I don't know, I think I'm going to take her up and put Phelan out. And then we'll redeploy soon. Got another 35 seconds over there. Definitely going to try to stay in DPS mode as long as possible on Dao-Chan. Okay, so we got Xena again, meaning we pull Phelan up and drop Xena down. Didn't pay attention to the time, but I think it was 3. It doesn't matter because I only have 1 to switch out with right now, unfortunately. Alright, so it's going pretty well so far, I would say. Just looking at the damage. Overall. So we're going to pull Xena back. Put Phelan out. And it is... we'll have enough time to get Xena out again in a moment. So far, I haven't needed to switch to healing stats yet. And if I had brought a secondary DPS, or switch out with Xena, then again, I would be able to be switching. Well, I mean, you're always going to have to wait for her, I suppose. But we wouldn't have to wait for the other ones, so I could switch her out more often. And now I'll be leaving her in for the rest of the time because we don't have enough time left on the clock to be worth switching back out. So, suppose I'll try to not have them dead. It's unfortunate that I had to switch that, but it was kind of at that point where they were about to lose it if I didn't do something. Now I'll switch back. So we'll add together Xena's Xena's damage with let's see, Xena, Brienne, and Phelan. Or no, Xena and Phelan, that's the two I'm switching. So 5 million for Xena, 1 million for Phelan. So they got about 6 million between them. And that was for that spot. So that doing that was more DPS than N did by a tiny little bit. It's not bad. All right, Reagan's did almost 20 million on that. It's not bad. 4,855 Dragon Blood there. So I will use my second attack here. Finish off this dragon, I think, I hope, I don't know, we'll see. And this, I believe, is the normal dragon, so I'm not sure. We'll see how it turns out. Alright, phase 3 is going along nicely. I wonder if it's going to end up killing someone or not whenever it gets down real low. We shall see. Phase 4 has been entered now. And this is where it would have blown him up if it was going to, so it didn't. Recovery is underway. 4909, so just over 50% of the health, which should mean that we got the dragon. It's a close call, but we got it. Alright. Dragon defeated. Double rewards available the next day. Very cool. So Cosmo God will get his 2 chests, and then we'll get 2 normal chests, and one might need a 2 chest. I think. I was just reading exactly what the skills do. Alright, so we get 20, here, you know what, claim it. 20 guild coins, 20 guild activity tokens, and 5,000 gold for doing Drake's Chasm twice today. Let's get out of, oh, you know what, let's look and see. Donations, can probably at this point donate some insignias, because now we have plenty of those of certain versions, particularly the melee. So we get 25 guild coins and 50 guild activity for that. Now the guild coins are used in this shop here. Let's see if I can find it. It's like, okay, so let's go first to Root and check and see if he has anything cool. He doesn't, but over here on this tab to the side of the mug, there is this guild shop tag. So you get to use these, you know, these guild tokens that we just earned to buy other things. And the higher level your guild is, the more stuff you can unlock. So far, we can unlock 10,000 gold, the rare summoning crystal, radiant meteorites, yeah, and like a double, what is this, double gold one day or something like that. And so, you know, you can get these like once a week. Pretty cool. But there's some other stuff that you can get in the future as your guild gets higher level. Guild level 5 unlocks the ancient summoning crystal. That's crazy. I didn't realize that. That's cool. So I think we're like guild level 3 or something like that. But anyway, just so you know, that's the way that works. Okay. Now, I know that we're pretty much out of time for things. It's after midnight. I'm trying to think. Oh, yes. Okay. I should come over here and do the free refresh. You get 3 refreshes a day. You get 3 free refreshes a day. And sometimes he has cool stuff in here. Sometimes, like the auto fight chances is a good thing sometimes to buy. I wouldn't pay diamonds for it, but gold, maybe. I'm almost always out of gold, but at the same time, the auto fight chances, you can go do some gold raids and get it back, you know, essentially, plus also get the XP and still have some. So it seems like a good trade. So we'll refresh this again and see if we've got anything. If we don't have anything fun, let's refresh again. And nothing. It's just it's negligible. Alright. Back out of there then. I feel like I'm missing something. Like there's something that I should be doing right now that I'm not doing. I don't know what it is, you know? It's a tough situation. Let's have a look real fast and see if there's anybody I need to like work on real quick. I obviously need to upgrade, or maybe that's all it is. Maybe I just need to do some upgrading on some folks. I could throw some into Regulus because I think he would be a lot of fun. Because I don't feel like I have enough really good defenders. And maybe I do. You know, maybe, I don't know. But I want him up. So what if I upgrade him? Can't upgrade him all the way, but I can upgrade him along this. Let's do it. Not that long. Level 29. But, that's okay. I'll take it. Well then. Let's go back here. And what am I missing? I can do this and try to get up to 3,000. I don't think I can get up to 3,000. What this other one? Yes, I'm right at the verge on here. Okay, so what is it I'm supposed to do? Gear raid 1. How many more do I need? I'm at 2368, so I would need 132. More tokens. 132. So, depending on what I got, I could get different stuff. 132. Let's assume 1 legendary piece per thing would be about 10. We could probably do 9 or 10 raids and get there. May not take that many. Maybe 9. Let's click go. And we'll go to stage 13. And we'll try auto fighting 9 times. an AE more. So we can use one of these, or actually, why don't we just be more stingy and use 3 of these to get exactly 180, and then start that battle. Minimize it. Alright, cool. Maybe that'll be enough. We'll see in a few minutes whether that is or is not enough to get us there. I'm trying to think if there's anything ending today that I need to concern myself with. I mean, there's also, like I said, I've got a few different people that I'm trying to level up. So for some reason, I was thinking, first of all, that Regulus was higher level than he is, and second of all, that I had enough XP to level him higher than I could. Morgan, I want to have a look at real quick because I forgot what she did. I just remember thinking she was really good. Her Lord skill increases faction team members' basic attributes by 15%. That's very good. Increases faction team members' damage dealt to enemies inflicted with slow, stun, freeze, immobilize state, and other CC effects by 30%. Well, that's really good. Increases faction team members' AoE damage by 25%. So she would be great to go take to Gear Raid 1 if I hadn't already gotten so far along in that. And she still will be good to bring to that. You know what I'm talking about. Just saying crazy things sometimes. Alright, so Cursed Seed. Here's her ultimate. Releases a wave of cursed bombs at up to 3 targets in the range. Deals 25% continuous magic damage to the target per second, and explodes at the end, dealing 50% continuous AoE damage, magic damage to surrounding enemies. Cannot be dispelled. Cool. Deals 70% damage to 3 targets, and then we have a couple of locked things, because we have to be able to promote her to grade 1, and then, after the cursed bombs detonate, generates a ground effect area, dealing 12% AoE damage per second for 9 seconds. Airborne units take half the damage. That means airborne units do get affected. Pretty cool. And the other one that's still locked, we need promotion grade 3 to unlock. Being deployed for 50 seconds increases damage by 25% per minute. That is very good. So let's see, promotion. Yeah, I think we can work on that soon. Let's go ahead and I suppose wait on this because I do need to get this. Well, I don't need to. I would like to get the Gear Raid thing. It just occurs to me though that I wasn't thinking, and this actually has a day left on it, whereas the other one doesn't. So that's silly. Let's look real quick at this and see if that's ending. Okay, we still have a day left on the cross trials. So don't have to do those at this time in order to get them. I got the Azor's Master Smithy done, so that's all fine and well. Don't need, oh, what's this? New Year Ancient Summoning. Oh, look, okay, that's just talking about this. This ends in 1 hour and 44 minutes. I don't know if I should try it again. I don't know. I heard there's rumors about Anora being on a banner. And that'll be on the 15th. And I don't know whether that's an ancient banner or what kind of a banner. So I'm a little bit concerned about doing things with that. Now, what's this? The first legendary hero summoned is guaranteed to be an unowned one. This can only be activated 1 time, and that ends in 1 hour and 43 minutes. However, I don't have any legendary summoning things, so there's nothing I can really do about that. I could click on it and, you know, wish that I had it, but alas, alack, I do not. I just noticed the Hero Fusion down here. Yeah, I already have Lightlock. I don't need him. I already have Livian. Don't need her. I already have Navras. I don't I don't know. I think I might have Theowen. I don't know about Komodo. I definitely don't have Micro Salazar. But cool. Um Crazy Invocation of Spirits is the only one of these going right now. And your chances for Legendary Hero are up 2 times. That ends in 1 hour and 42 minutes as well. Do I want to give that a go? I don't know. I only have 24 ancient summoning shards, so maybe not. Maybe I will not. Alright. Let's go have a look and see what we're supposed to do here. 5-14. Certainly don't have that done. We do have some things here that I can claim, and I may as well. 200 stamina, 200 diamonds, 2 4-star psychic powers, and 3 rare summoning crystals. So we'll grab those. We'll come over here. There's actually 200 stamina I can claim here too, but I don't want to. So we'll wait for these to finish, and then I might be able to throw a bunch into an XP raid. And level somebody up before the end of that event. I don't know. It's really senseless, I think, to some degree, because it's 1,200 points, and well, okay, it isn't. It's just over 1,000 points. I'm not sure I can get there. I'll look over here. If we could star some people up, that would be different. And maybe we can. Maybe we can do that. What if we go try to do the feeding thing? I'm not very good at that yet. I haven't sufficiently learned how to do this. It makes me nervous. I could try. It would be cool to star him up, for instance. I would like to. I have 2 little dudes to put in there, the little soulstone dudes. But the rest of the guys I don't want to put in there because they're all guys that I play with, and I like, and I don't want to be burned by eating them. We can go here to quick star up, and it gives us this weird thing. Let's go back over here because I already forgot what's needed. Okay, so you need 5-star guys. The trouble is, I don't have 5-star guys, right? Not the ones that I want to feed to people. So if we wanted to make 5-star guys, we don't have any that are 4 to 5. We have these guys, and we could star them up to 4, but then we would have to do like 3 of them to be able to star them up to 5. So we would have to do 3 guys for 1 guys, what I think. And the trouble is that I don't want to eat my guys who are good, right? So I would only want to eat the guys that are like, I guess, green or gray. And then too, I don't want to eat anybody who has fracture, right? So like, how can I tell from this window? Doesn't seem to be any way to do it. So that's an issue, Like I could go down and look for gray guys. And we know that the gray guys don't have any faction. Or I could use people that I have duplicates of. It's another option. So like, we have this guy here, whatever his name is. How do I know what all I put into? I don't know. It's a tough thing. I suppose it's probably the way to go. To be able to get enough of the stuff in the right amount of time. Then again, I don't want to spend all night doing it because it's 12:30. So do I care that much is the question about these 15 5-star psychic power shards. We have 14, and so we would be one away from being able to make a 5-star psychic power shard. But also, Adrian could use the star up. I mean, a lot of my characters could use a star up. It's just a tough deal, you know? Overall difficulty level is high. Regardless, we're about to be done with this this fight. So, I suppose then did I do? I think I did the faction one here, right? Clicking buttons is bad. There we go. Maybe I didn't. No, I did. Okay, it says chances 0 of 1, so that's fine. We got this background fight complete, and we will bulk enhance all this stuff up to level 4. And I don't know if that ends today or not. The Tales of the Smith. I should check. Let's go see if it does. If it does, maybe I bulk enhance some other things. Who knows? Hop out of here and turn on some gear raids. No, not gear raids. We want XP raids. Tons of them. Alright, so we auto fight all of the auto fight that we can fight. And click start on that, minimize, get out of here. And then go over here. We got something. Oh, we did get this, which was the goal there. 4-star psychic power, very good. Alright, out of there, and then I don't remember what I was doing. That's the next step. Maybe I was gonna try to, okay, first of all, I wanted to check on the Tales of the Smith, see when it ends, which we have a day left on that, so that's fine. I might be able to get up a little higher on it, maybe at least get the rear skill crystal, if nothing else, hard to say. But let's see. The other thing to do is to check on the heroes. I would like to get Adrian up. I don't know if I can. Let's, what would be the right way to go? Let's see if we have any white guys. Or gray. Who can be kicked up to the next level. It looks like not. But we do have these green ones. And I probably leveled them up this much so that they could be. I think that's probably what I did here with this guy. I thought I leveled him up so that he could be eaten. Why don't I go check the level 20s that I have and level 30s? And then I'll have some idea of what I'm doing. Maybe, possibly, potentially. See if they have anything that they're wearing or anything, you know, that they're promoted or something like that. They're definitely not promoted. Did I throw anything on them though? It looks like not. So probably I was just, of course, if I had, I would have taken it off, right? Alright, so probably I had leveled those just to destroy them. Most likely. And that may be the same for her and stuff like that. Check first to see if they have any faction, because if they do, then I might not want to blow them up. They're green, so it's unlikely. Okay, so this guy has faction, these guys do not. Just making sure. Alright, so I think it would be safe then to get rid of them. Cutter I want to keep. But the other ones should be able to go. It looks like Nash is pretty bad too. I have him promoted to 30. Now he has a faction, but Nash doesn't. So right, I think maybe, I know he's a rare guy, so I don't want to do him with the eatings. Only greens and grays, right? Alright, so then, in that case, I could go ahead and give it a risk. I mean, it's not really a risk, because we know that's what I'm obviously trying to do, right? So Cutter is not a good choice, Nash is not a good choice, but these two guys are a good choice. So let's max level him. We need to get him up to 5 stars. And then we can eat these fake rares here. And then we star him up that way. Okay. Then we would want to star him the rest of the way up, which means we need 85,000 XP potions to do that. Who knows what all we're going to need, to be honest. We'll see. Alright. So he's level 30 at the moment. We finished these and we got 6,750 coins, 1,111, no, sorry, 111,900 XP potions. We got a Decimus, and then we got a bunch of greens and some whites. Out of that are some grays. Alright. Now, alright, we got all that. We're out of stamina. I feel like there was something else I should have done just then, and I've already forgotten about. So, we get 2 5-star psychic power shards for starting up one here with 4-star, which is good. Got that taken care of. And that was one of the weekly quests, it looks like. So what's left on the monthly? Star up 4 heroes to 4-star? Haha, that's hard. And sign in for 25 days. We have... I don't know how long left on that. Doesn't, I guess just till the end of the month. If so, though, it's a long time to do very little. I don't know. Weird. Alright. So, to finish that, we didn't get very far in this. Unsurprisingly. Okay, we'll come over here and have a look at how things are going. Okay, I get them. Level 30. Alright. Can he be upgraded? No. Need 85,000. How we have 84,281, so close, and yet so far. Alright, but I can come over here to the storyline and go here, and then go here and claim this 200 stamina. And then I can go maybe first to this and see if we have any like gold bonuses or anything like that. We don't currently have any, but what if I go to use? I have one. Confirm to use one of it? Sure, let's do that. No, that's gold bonus. We want XP bonus, right? Yes. XP bonus. Do I have any of those obtained? Alright, I could obtain them with this. I feel like there's another way. I feel like maybe in the, not the heroes, in the black market here, the blue guy. Not him specifically, but one of these things over here has some XP. Yes, it does. So this arena one, we can get an XP bonus plus 100% right here. So I should have done that, earlier before I did the millions of raids for XP, but, I like to do things in the wrong order sometimes, just to mix things in. Alright, so let's do this and start that auto fight. And that'll get us more than enough to get this guy up to snow. While we wait on that, we may as well come over here and try to do this, whatever it is here. Alright, Relics 6. I have to clear it with Soul Core intact and no hero killed. So this is not one that requires us to have 6 or less to get all 3 stars. We just have to do it without getting our people killed, that's all. Recommended vehicle P is 154,598. We currently have 6 people in our group here. I don't know who all we have, or what all we have there. So let's just throw some more people in. I don't know what we might need. Probably not any of this stuff. We don't want to start a takeover though, that's for sure. Let's do this. Okay, didn't go and look at what kind of guys there were going to be, unfortunately. But what if I just go right here and then start throwing out people like in behind him and people like Wrath on the other side. And this Adrian, Oh, I missed. It's funny. Oh, right. Guys up there. Didn't even notice. Okay, let's zoom out here. Nice. So we need somebody else to kill things in the air. Of course, arrogance really should suffice, I'm sure. But we'll see. I think I'll just toss Wrath out to do a little damage from the side here. I need to leave guns alone. I'm so higher VP than this, stage requires that I don't think it's really going to matter in the slightest. I could be wrong. Arrogance is getting hit. There. This guy's doing things. Let's just put Edrin right there by him and see if he can do anything about this. Pretty soon we can ultimate him. Should be a nice amount of damage. And fix that problem. pick him up so he doesn't die. And then, I don't know, throw this guy out. Phelan. Ouch. Well, if we're gonna be doing all that, let's switch Dao Chan into DPS mode so that we can move this along a little faster. We can pull him back. Alright, we got all 3 stars on that. Got 25 diamonds, 920 XP potions, and 600 coins for that. Background fight is complete over here. Now we got 2 4-star psychic powers. So all is well. Let's come over here. 3,750 coins and 120,600 XP potions, along with Leo and 2 dude in hats. Cool. He might have been. I don't think he was a Josh, but he might have been. I'm not sure. Alright, so now back to the heroes, back to this whole goal of attempting to star up Idra. It's not gonna happen, I'm afraid. Tonight. Let's see. Let's go with max level on him. And then apparently if he eats 4 guys, then he'll be started up with 5 stars. So, if he's started up to 5 stars, let's go look. How many more of that do I need? We've got 2. Now we have 3. Alright? So we have 3 5-star guys currently to use, which means I would need to do that twice more. Obviously, I don't have the XP to do that, but I do have the double XP going right now, so theoretically I could do it. Sometimes one must ask oneself if one should do it, but it's late. But maybe. Let's go to quests, claim level up heroes 2,000 times for 50 stamina. Seems like this is encouraging me to do this. Alright, so we go to XP raid and we'll go to auto fight, and it would only let us do it once because it takes so much XP or so much stamina rather to do it. Realistically, I would have to do this a good number of times, maybe 10 times, which would be 360 stamina. And it would take a while. Seems like not the best idea to me. I feel like I should not do that. And of course, the gain would not be that significant, except that I would have an excuse to get future now. I'm not gonna do it. I'm going to be a better person who goes to bed before 2 in the morning, maybe. 1,800 gold, 1,850 XP potions, 2 mithril, and 6 stamina in the mine. And then I'm just gonna go see if I can level up some level 1 heroes who I have any interest in. Well, that's not level 1 at all. I mean, if I could... Okay, I do want to level up Greed. That's one of the ones I want to get up. I think I have them on my list. Let me make sure. Yes, I do. I have Greed on my list. So let's max level Greed. That takes him up to level 39. That's pretty good. And then we have this girl here. Who's she? I forgot. I don't know. Abby Zhao. Okay, I do wanna level her up too. So let's see if we can level her at all. Okay, we got her to level 19. Okay, now let's see. Who else do I have that I would be interested in leveling? Kind of no one, probably. So let's go to the quick startup thing and go through this business here. And of course, I can't max level anybody, but I can kind of look and see what's up. 7,050, 1,800. Alright, now, why is that? Okay, because it's 5 of 20. Whereas this is 1 of 10, right? That's why that's like. Alright. Okay, well, then in that case, I only have 103 left. So I doubt I can do anything. Yeah, I can't do anything with that unless I just have somebody who's partway leveled. It's a possibility of that. I have drug some people randomly along with me to places. Let's see. This one's level 2. That's interesting. See if we can actually do anybody just for that. I guess one more point in the trophy thing. So no consequence for certain. Yeah. As suspected. I suppose since we've got a few left here, I'll go ahead of the stamina that is. I'll go ahead and just use what stamina I have to do. Looks like it's actually only one more raid. However, I'm two stamina away from doing 2 more XP raids. So let's go check and see. Has the mine given me 2 stamina? It could have. Gave me 1 stamina. So close and yet so far. 150 heroes. You know what? Close enough that I'll just go, wait, quests. Maybe I have something there. No, no such luck. Level up heroes 30 times gives me a 3-star psychic power. Alright. Pop over there. But I should get that other point very soon, and then I'll just go do the thing. And in the meanwhile, I'll go find somebody partially leveled and finish them off. For reasons unknown. Why bother? I don't know. Just feels right, you know? Sometimes you just gotta do what feels right. Ah, there we go. Whoa. He's a 5-star guy. That's weird. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure what I think about that. I guess we'll do it. There we go. Whoever this guy is. Oh yeah, he's got a faction and everything. That explains things. Donkba. Alright, so let's go. Not there. Oh yeah, that's where I need to go. I need to go not there either. Raids. Resource raid and then XP raid. And go to fight. And then I wonder if I should just do this again real quick while I wait. And maybe do it faster. Feels like maybe. Could be. I haven't tried the Morgan girl at all. I don't know how she'll do, but it might be a fine time to find out. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what we do with this group. Now, what if I stick Baron and then Arrogance behind him? And then Brienne has good range, so we stick Brienne here. And then, of course, Wrath. I should have stuck him there. That would have been smart, wouldn't it? And then we can put the Xena down. Or, actually, better yet, maybe the other guy. Ethan. He might go right here very well. Or, maybe he goes back here so we can hit them while they're in there. And then we put Xena down there. Alright. So that was neat. We got a good number of XP potions. Like, 24,000-ish. 750 coins and 2 gray guys. So let's complete that. And now we have enough to auto fight using the one that we just did. So let's do that. It should go very quickly. And then I suppose we can go level somebody a little bit toward the ultimate goal of leveling or starting up Ethan. Or maybe I don't do that. Maybe I go and try to level somebody new to use. I'm not sure. It's a question, isn't it? Alright, so we got 750 coins, 24,280 XP potions, 1 green guy and 1 gray guy. Alright. It makes the most sense to do the starring up. That'll get us the furthest, even though I don't think it matters too much. A quick star up. And then we come to what? Here? Is that where? Yes, probably. So we need to do one of these guys next to him. Max level him. And then we start him up. And that brings him up to a 4-star. And then we go to this one here. And we cannot max level him because we don't have nearly enough. Not even close. We're getting about 20,000 per fight. So we would need another, 4 or 5. And then it wouldn't even ultimately matter. Because, so we need too many points for it to matter. Too bad. Alright, I am going to, I guess I'll come over here and start 1 hero to 4-star gives us 2 5-star psychic power shards. Very cool. Alright, now for real. I'm gonna call it a night. And you know, hopefully see everybody tomorrow. It was a pleasure streaming with you all and chatting with those of you who chatted. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me so that you can see when I go live. And hopefully, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.